All right, everyone. We have Hal Hershfelt and Paige Metayer. We will start with Jason.
Sorry, guys, getting my TV muted. Thanks for speaking with us. I wanted to ask a little, Trinity in the post-game interview with Ion seemed kind of down on the overall performance. I was wondering how you both viewed the overall 90 minutes on a night where obviously it was probably pretty difficult to play, normal soccer on the ground trying to keep the ball with the conditions.
Yeah, I thought the beginning of the game was I mean, the first half was a little iffy for us. But I think we definitely cleaned it up in the second half and started piecing together stuff more. And that's how our goal resulted. But I honestly think yes, it's unfortunate that we let the goal in. Yes, like we obviously all wish we would have won. But I think we have some good takeaways from that game with how we ended up being able to move the ball like throughout the midfield and throughout the top two. So I think um obviously, it sucks that we tied, but there are some good takeaways. And the fact that we were able to rotate so many players, that was pretty awesome. The level didn't drop, in my opinion. I just think that we gave up that tough chance. So,
Uh, this is especially for Paige coming into the second half. It seemed like as the game wore on, it just got more and more direct from North Carolina. They were looking for balls in behind a lot, but as it went on, they're obviously throwing numbers forward. How do you think the group dealt with that kind of I don't want to say playoff style challenge, but you might be protecting a lead in bad conditions in a few weeks with a big crowd. How do you think the group dealt with that?
Yeah, I think that kind of leads back to what you said about being a little disappointed about the results. I think anytime we come out, we want to win. Obviously, what you said, we're preparing for playoffs. And, when teams are down, and hopefully we're in a situation where the other team is down when we're in the playoffs, and they're just going to throw numbers forward. That's what we expect. So, as Hal said, like really kind of disappointed that we were let in a goal like that when we should be able to keep that lead, keep that clean sheet. But yeah, as you said, it's something we're going to have to deal with in the future. You never can bet on good conditions. Thankfully, we're playing at home, so hopefully Washington, D.C. will be nice to us, but you never know. So,
Appreciate it. I'll hop back in line here.
We go over to Andre. Andre, can you hear us?
Hey, there we go. I'm here. Thanks for speaking with us. Hal, I wanted to start with you. Trinity scored a banger, but it was your pass that set it all up. So what did you see in that moment?
guys, this is funny because well, I was about to switch ball 'cause she was like that side, and I was like, nah, because I saw her with the 1v1, and I was like, Trinity Rodman, and we'll be fine. I'm gonna put her over the top, and she scored. So that was awesome. But yeah, I kind of just saw her with the one-on-one challenge, and I'm gonna bet on her when it comes to that. So I just thinked it over the top, and she was able to finish it. So
Appreciate that. Yeah, post game, she said she was trying to tell you to recycle.
no, she told me to
Yeah.
reset it, and I was like, you're gonna beat this girl. I was like, yeah.
Good instincts. I wanted to ask you both about, the game was a lot of rain. It was kind of tough, especially the first half, but you've clinched the number two spot in the league. This is a team, North Carolina, that's just out of the playoffs and desperate. What is it kind of like when you have to rotate so much? You're trying to manage minutes and you're also looking to a midweek game going against a team that is that desperate, especially in those conditions.
yeah, I would just say rotating is our strength. I think that we have just such a talented team from 1 to 26. Like anyone can be on the field, and I love the games that we're able to showcase that, especially with these CONCACAF games. I get a lot of questions about that of just playing different lineups, playing different people, and I think that like the better we can get collectively from 1 to 26, like the better the team is going into playoffs. And thankfully, we're in a position where we can use these games, obviously, to get results, but also to try those lineups, try those things. So I think that that is just one of our superpowers, so to say, of like we trust everyone on the field, we trust everyone on our team. And thankfully, we have results like this where, we wanted a little more, but it was still great to be able to mix up the lineup.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Get dry.
Over to Annie.
Andre covered a lot of bases there, but I guess Paige, you've been out for a few games. How was it having this one and with these conditions as your first game back?
Yeah, I feel like obviously this year haven't really gotten into a rhythm or anything, just being in and out. But honestly, sometimes it's kind of nice just going into things with minimal expectations, minimal things. Like I always used to say, regardless of injury or anything like that, like sometimes I like it when something's kind of off about the game. Like this one, for example, is rainy, the ball is not moving perfectly. Like, I kind of like those games because it gives you like a new layer. You're not so stuck in this is how you're supposed to play, this is what we're supposed to do. Like, there's a new variable that you have to overcome. So, it's kind of fun. I kind of like rain games.
Thanks.
And we'll wrap up with Jason's mandatory restaurant geography question.
Uh-oh.
We'll get there, Sam. We'll get there.
Cookout?
Paige, I did want to ask about.
Hey! Sorry.
Yes, there is a cookout question coming.
Okay.
But Paige, I wanted to ask about the header you had, or maybe didn't. It was unclear from TV whether that was you or whether it came off of Kurtz. But what were you seeing in terms of getting there near post on that corner?
Yeah. Yeah, that was off me. I feel
Okay.
like this year I'm a little allergic to the goal, unfortunately, but we're getting there. Coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
But yeah, I think we've been practicing some set pieces, and honestly, I feel like this week we had a few in training where I was able to get on the end of things, so I was feeling good going into it. I knew the timing of my runs and where I had to be, so it was nice to be able to make contact with the ball, but hopefully next time.
And I have been asking this one for like 5 or 6 years now. It seems like the mood is positive enough for the players to be lobbying to go to cookout. Is that going to happen? Do you know what's in the works here?
Maybe I'm gonna start lobbying now. That's gonna be
Okay.
perfect. So I got you. I'll let you know. I'm pretty
What's
sure anything though. So
what's the order? If it happens, what's the order?
I get like a root beer float, and then last year I just got a root beer float, but sometimes I get the burger and the tots. Um, yeah, those are my favorite.
I've only been once, so
She's California.
I was born in North Carolina. I've only been once, so
Yeah.
fun
I
fact.
mean, I figured someone that went to college in the South had to have some expertise. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Keeping the
Cookout,
tradition
Buc-ee's,
alive.
that's my stuff.
No Bucky's. No Bucky's.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hal and Paige. We'll be right back with Adrian.